Hello everybody, Steve here from Recruitment School and welcome to another episode of Ask Steve. Today's question comes from Natalie in WA, and Natalie has asked the question, how do I cope with getting back to all these candidates? So when she says all these candidates, to all these people who have applied to her role or roles. Natalie has only been in the industry for a short period of time, for 4 months, and he's trying to do the right thing. He's obviously trying to get back to all the candidates because these people have taken the time to apply, and she's trying to get back to them and let them know what's actually going on. So, Nat, what I'm going to do is run through some mathematics for you today. I'm going to be a bit hard, and you may or may not like the answer to this question, but we'll see how we go. And at the end of the day, I don't really mind if you don't like it, but it is reality. This is the way the industry works. So let's go through it. So Nat has probably come from outside the industry and thought to herself, well, one of the things I'm going to do when I join the recruitment industry is I'm going to get back to every single candidate. That's what we need to do. We need to get back to them because they deserve it, right? And lots of people come into the industry thinking like that, because if you go and ask anybody their thoughts around the recruitment industry, they all have a gripe around the recruiter not getting back to them. Like, I applied to this role and this role. I applied to 120 roles and I never heard back from anybody. I received the traditional automated email saying I haven't been successful, but nobody actually calls me and tells me what's actually happening. And that just annoys me, because a recruiter should do that, right? That's what they're telling us. That's what the market tells us all the time, right? The recruitment industry is horrible around this sort of stuff. And we are. But let's break this down a little bit. And let's say Natalie has 10 jobs on at the moment. We're going to keep mathematics really simple. She's pushed out an ad for each of them, and she's pushed out, so that's 10 ads straight away. Let's say she's had, let's call it 100 people apply for every single one of the ads. Let's say there are 10 totally different roles, and she's had 100 people apply. Now, the reason we have 100 people apply for these roles at the moment, Natalie, is because to get the unemployment benefits in Australia, we need to, if I'm unemployed, I need to show proof that I've actually applied for roles and I didn't get anywhere. Right, so people will apply for roles all the time, and this is the cynic in me, but people will apply for roles all the time, knowing very well that they're not going to get the role, but then they can go into Centrelink or whatever the department is called now and say, hey, these are the roles I've applied for. You can see them there, bang, 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 and I haven't heard back from any of them. They go, oh, well done, Johnny. Congratulations, you've applied for your job. Here's your money for the week, the month, the fortnight, however it works, right? That's how the unemployment benefits work. So people are applying for these jobs thinking, oh, we'll give it a go anyway. It's probably not ideal for me, but I'll give it a crack, because, hey, why not? So what that means for you, though, is that you have 100 people that have applied for the role, 100 applications that are sitting there. There's probably only 10 people out of the 100 that you should be talking to, right? And let's use that number. So here's a job. You've had 100 people apply for the role. There's 10 people in there somewhere that you need to talk to. Now, what that means is you've got to go through every single one of these candidates and find out what the 10 that need to be spoken to, right? So you've done that. You've gone through, you found your 10, you've put 3 people forward for a job, and one person's been placed, right? Now, these are contingent roles. They're not retained and not exclusive. They're contingent, which means this is a speed to market and you need to make it happen quickly. So you've found your people, you've put 3 people forward, one person got the job. That's fantastic. Now, out of the 10 that you spoke to, that means there's 9 left. Now, out of that 9, you should be able to use them again. So they should be entered into your database, right? And you should be floating those people and getting them out. However, if you are trying to get back to the other 90, like me, and sit down and say, hey, Steve, just wanted to let you know that I really appreciate you applying, but I didn't go through with your application because your CV is missing this, right? Now that I've got you on the phone, I want to have a proper conversation. Right? So this isn't going to be a 1-minute conversation or a 2 or 5 minute conversation. I'm going to push it out to be a 10-minute conversation because I want to talk about my career. I want to find out what I need to do to actually get this job or the next job or whatever it may be, assuming that I'm not part of the people who are trying to chase unemployment benefits, right? So let's say there's 90 people. Let's say 50 of those are genuine applicants. That means 50 10-minute conversations. 50 times 10, right? That's 500 minutes. Now, if I pull out my trusty calculator here and I go looking for 500 minutes and divide that by 60, that's 8 hours that you are spending calling everybody back. Now, you have 10 of these jobs. Let's just assume the same thing happened all the way through. That means that there's 80 hours of you calling back every single one of these people. You don't have time to do that, Natalie. You're in a contingent, very competitive market. You need to hustle. You need to move. So this is the reason why you don't call them back. You don't have time to call all these people back. As much as it would be nice to do, you don't have time to do it. I'm sorry. Because somebody is above you, your boss, your team leader, your branch manager, whoever it is, and they're sitting there saying, hey, Nat, I need you to cover your costs. 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 Why? Because that's the way a recruitment industry works. Right? I know it's a tough one, but it's the fact. Right? We're a people-based organisation. We need to get a return on the investment in the people. Okay, so if you're sitting there calling all the people who were not in the shortlist even, you're not going to be able to generate the money that you need to be able to generate. So, Natalie, I hope that helps. I'm sorry it's not the answer that you probably wanted, but it's reality, right? It's just the way it is. So, next time somebody says to you, I hate the way the recruitment industry does and never gets back to you, that's the reason why. You know, it's if only people applied for the role that was suitable for the role, we would probably have time to get back to everybody, but we don't. Do I agree with it? No, I don't. I don't agree with it. I'm one of those people that I think we should try and get back to as many people as possible. They've taken their time to apply to the role. We should take our time to get back to them. But there's just not enough hours in the day to do that. So, Natalie, I hope that helps. If you have any other questions, please go to recruitmentschool.com.au, click on the Ask Steve button and go and fill in the form. It'll come through to us. One of our team will take it and then turn it into a Ask Steve episode for you to have a look. Hey, thanks for your time. Look after yourself. Take care of others. Be kind. And I will talk to you soon.